Namo Namaha, Andarki Namaskaramulu. Today we are going to have a new topic that is Sanatana Dharma in Mahabharatam by Dr. Nagaraja Rao Garu. We will start with Prarthana. Aditi, please, or Saugandhi, I think. Yeah.
ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ धन्यवादः.
It is my pleasure to introduce the speaker of today. Briefly, I will introduce him, and I have posted the profile in the group. Professor Karanam Nagaraja Rao Garu has worked as an officer both in government and private sectors for almost 30 years and worked as a professor in a few universities for 10 years. He has completed MA in political science, history, and sociology, and he completed PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University in Management Science. His other accomplishments include Advanced Diploma in Vedanta from Chinmaya International Foundation and Kovida from Samskrita Bharati, Yoga Diploma from Vyasa University, and he has also done a course in Gita from Oxford Hindu Studies, Oxford University. He has published nearly 60 articles in peer-reviewed national and international journals. He has 4 published books: Management Insights from Motivational Slokas, Business Ethics, Analysis of Dharma from Mahabharata, and Principles and Practices of Risk and Insurance. These books are available in Amazon. And with this brief introduction, I will request Nagaraja Rao Garu to take the webinar, please.
Good evening, all of you. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye Sadasiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. All of you, my salutations. I am really sorry that I could not come on time because I was thinking that it is tomorrow is the class. Anyway, that is a small miscommunication there. Today we will be focusing on maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes only time having time. Already 7:15. We will be keeping the watch also here only. Earlier, whenever classes used to be there, it used to be 1 hour classes. So we were having that pleasure. Now it is there, not there. Anyway, fine, please. Straight away coming to the subject matter. For that matter, today I believe that the audience here is all the persons are PUC plus standard. But Madam Saugandhi Madam has come and she has recited the invocation shloka, and I think she is a madam only. I don't know what is the profile of other candidates. I don't know. Anyway, because everybody has.
Others are children.
Others are children. I know. Okay, fine. That's good. Because if it is because audience.
Even I am a child.
Sir?
Even I am a child.
Oh, sorry, sir. You are there. Of course, you. I know, sir. I know you. But other persons, I madam
Yes. Lighter side.
Actually, this is supposed to be for engineering college students.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. Okay.
Because of some reasons, very less people are coming.
Fine, sir. No problem. Not an issue.
But they are going through the recordings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually because the course that has been introduced is a unique course. Unique course, and a unique course in the sense that aspects of Sanatana Dharma are being taught to the children. Why the children is being taught? I believe that maybe when we were children, those days we used to have some moral subject, moral science subject we used to have. And otherwise also we were having some other subjects also in the similar nature, non-detailed like that, something of that nature used to be there. But nowadays, because when I was teaching for engineering students studying for MBA, I used to find that those persons are not exposed to this environment. Because of this reason, suddenly what happens now, Government of India has now introduced new subjects for all MBA students and also BL and also BTech students. Thing is that they have to necessarily learn what is called Indian Constitution is one thing. Second thing is that they should know ethical values, ethics, values, systems, morals, and all these things. Suddenly, what happens? The roots are not there. Suddenly, children will be coming of your age. Maybe I am addressing to the only intermediate students only, because those persons will be coming there. Suddenly, they feel that they are totally isolated. Like general mathematics students coming to the composite mathematics. Similarly, the same way, the children will be coming there and they will not be knowing what is what of ethics, ethical values, ethics, and all these things. So maybe because of this reason, we should know the subject. So because whenever I want to teach anything, say any subject for that matter, I would like to know that why the subject is necessary. When I am teaching Mahabharata, maybe some few aspects of Mahabharata, if I am telling, why should we learn it? That is more important. For that, I'll be giving you a small anecdote. The anecdote is that I was teaching for a fewer age people only, maybe a little higher age people. People are maybe MBA students, that is degree and also next MBA, first semester or second semester, whatever it may be. Maybe 3 years elder to you, 3 or 4 years elder to you. Those type of persons used to be there. And they completed MBA. One of my students, he got selected as a manager in a MNC company. He went to USA. When he went to USA, not USA, England he went. England he was there. He is still he is there in England. That person, the boy, actually he was always telling with me, sir, why should we read this Mahabharata, Ramayana and all these things, nonsense subjects only, no value. Like that he was telling. So it so happened that on one occasion, there was a small meeting, gathering of highly profile people of managers. So the CEO attended the conference. One great gathering took place in London. So he hosted a party. The CEO hosted a party to these persons, and my student also happens to be there in that particular group. When everything was over, the CEO walked up to this gentleman, my student. He was asking him, "You are from India. I am proud of India," like that. And this man is also okay. I am also proud of India, like that he told. Then he came and told you, I want to talk to you, something like that. Then he was afraid actually, but CEO coming talking to this gentleman student, and he got afraid why he is talking to me. Then he asked, I am a Christian by birth. Thing is that I would like to know something about Bhagavad Gita. I would like to know something about Bhagavad Gita, because you have come from India, great country. Can you tell me something about Gita every day, something of that nature, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of that nature? Then this boy told, I don't know anything. He has never learnt anything. Oh, suddenly what happened? The CEO told, what culture you represent, my man? Whatever culture you are representing, you have come from the great country. We are learning something new about your country, and you don't know about your country's great verse. Like that he told, and he went out. So this is the situation, boys. What I am trying to tell is that how many boys are there, how many girls are there in this profile? I don't know. 9 only are there. Out of 9, 3 or 4 are elderly people only, and maybe 6 persons only. Maybe out of the 6 persons, maybe how many of you are there? Boys, girls? How many boys are there? Maybe assume that 6 students are there. Anyway, no problem. The thing is that here, this is the situation. So sometimes if you go to some other country, if you represent a country, you are an ambassador to India. That is how you have to feel. Whenever you go to some other country, maybe within the states also, what is more important is that suppose you happen to belong to Andhra Pradesh and you are going to North India, UP or some other place. Somebody is going to ask you, what is the great about Andhra Pradesh? You should be in a position to tell what is the greatness of Andhra Pradesh. Or if you are from Bihar, come to South India. Normally, whenever I used to introduce my candidates, when I was in the industry, I used to interview candidates for my people, taking for my people. At the time, I used to ask some Bihar people will be coming here. I need not ask another question, all other questions. I will be asking one straight away question. What is the greatness about Bihar? Tell me. If you can tell something about Bihar, he knows something about the general knowledge subject. That is fine. So here also same thing. When you go out from when you comfort area. Tell me please. Ah.
This may be interference 1 minute. Sorry.
So here the most important aspect is that whenever you go out from your comfort zone, so you should be in a position to explain about your greatness. Suppose somebody is going to ask you what India stands for, what is the greatness of India, then you should know what is India, what is the greatness of India, what culture it represents, and all these things. No, the spiritual roots, we are having lot of spiritual roots because which we don't find in any other country. So those type of things, what is the unique aspect of India? How you are great. When he is telling that I am proud of your India, and the CEO is telling you, this boy is also telling I am also proud of it, sir. Then why it is why you are proud of India? Then you should know why you are proud of India. That is the reason why the Veda Samskrita Samiti has now come out with a subject, a unique subject. They have come out. The subject is introducing Sanatana Dharma and all other aspects to you. Why it is being given? The subjects, all these subjects are given. Ramayana is being given, Mahabharata is being given, our other systems of what is called Sanatana Dharmic systems. All these systems, all these subjects are being introduced in this course precisely for the reason that you should know what exactly was there in India. What is it? Because that is the reason why we are having a great book, The Wonder That Was India. Have you heard of this book name? The Wonder That Was India. One great gentleman.
Yes, sir.
Who has written it?
Sir, I am not sure of the author.
A.L.
honestly.
Bhasham. A.L. Bhasham is one gentleman. A.L. Bhasham. A.L. Bhasham, you can just go through the book. He will be writing a very good introduction. He will be writing about India. This is what India is. He was telling that I came to India. When I came to India, I was in search of what is called, I was actually in a desperate phase. I was there. My moods were so dull. I could not know. I could not know what to do. And he was going to the extent of telling that I would like to commit suicide. Also, to that extent, there are some people, some other persons, of course, they were used to tell like that. But once they come to India, meet with the great people here, they come to know what is the philosophical knowledge that is there in India, how the philosophy is sustaining the entire culture. This is how it goes. So that is the reason why many enlightened people of other countries, they came to India, they studied India, what exactly India is there, and then they realized that there's something great is there here. So here, you believe it or not, our roots are there, no Vedic roots. Vedas are there, we are telling. But I believe sincerely, I'm telling, none of us have read Vedas, including myself, because it is very difficult to comprehend Vedas that is there. And one more thing is that the limitations of the language is there. So many aspects are there. But still, maybe some translations we may be reading some here and there. But here, those are not important. Here, what is there in Vedas and all these things, the foreigners have studied all those things and they have realized that there is something great in it. They have realized, they have written books. And Brown is there, C.P. Brown is there. That person has brought out so many books into regional languages. Max Muller is there. He has studied so many books and he has come out with all these things. The first edition of Gita, in fact, was given by Max Muller only. Like that, what is happening is that translation of Gita. So like that, what happens is that most of the persons, they have realized the importance of these books. And here and there, sometimes what they know, they went to their places. And here and there, they changed the structure of all these things. And they introduced their own theories. They became the great management theories there. Like that, they have done all these things. So we have to realize all these things. And because of this reason, the course has been introduced here. So many aspects, Sometimes why this course is important, you may think. But the reason why the course is introduced is that you should be in a position to know what exactly is there in the system. Then what will happen now? Whenever any new person is going to ask you, you can defend yourself. This is what India stands for. Like that, it is there. So that is the reason why, because Vedas I was telling. difficult to comprehend, difficult to understand. Then we should know the Vedic knowledge. Without Vedic knowledge, we are useless. Then how to know the Vedic knowledge? This is the question. The question is answered. How it is answered is that there are two epics have been written down. One is Ramayana, one is Mahabharata. These two epics called Itihasas, we call it. The two things are called Itihasas. And here, the authors of these two books, that is called Vedavyasa for Mahabharata and Valmiki for Ramayana, both persons have written in the introductory phase itself that we are actually trying to write these two books precisely for the purpose of introducing Vedic knowledge to the common people. So this is how Mahabharata has emerged, and this is how Ramayana has emerged. Thing is that Vedic knowledge, we can't understand Vedic knowledge, because sometimes what will happen, even Bhagavad Gita also sometimes difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita. You go on reading Bhagavad Gita, what will happen sometimes? They will be telling Bhagavad Gita is part and parcel of Mahabharata only. And here they will be telling, sometimes Krishna will be telling Karma Yoga is great. And sometimes he will be telling Jnana Yoga is great. Sometimes he will be telling Bhakti Yoga is great. How to correlate all these things, how to synchronize all those things, all these ideas, how to come out with the which is a better one and all these things. For all these things, we have to understand the subject. In order to understand the subject, what will happen? That is called Vedic knowledge only. Vedic knowledge is what is called Upanishads. Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam, like that it will be going. It is consisting of Bhagavad Gita is consisting of many Upanishadic Sara. That is called the essence of great Upanishad says there in Mahabharata. That is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is again there in Mahabharata only. So here, if you read Mahabharata, you can understand what is there in Vedas. That is my assurance. Thing is that here, why Mahabharata so many stories are there? I know the story people will be telling. Whenever I used to tell something about Mahabharata, my students used to tell, oh, you know this? No, we know the story. We know the story because we have seen in the TV. But what you have seen in the TV is actually TV, or in the cinema, what we see, that is for the purpose of their own, what is called promotion only. Promotion means business promotion only. Suppose if I take a film, right, how I will be doing taking the film? Maybe there may not be any song for Duryodhana and Bhanumati, but I will introduce a song for Duryodhana and Bhanumati. Why I introduce the song? That is a commercial. Cinema is a commercial one. I want to earn money. The motto or the motive behind taking the film is something different. The motive behind writing Mahabharata is something different. So Mahabharata, why Vedavyasa has written is that he has written Mahabharata in order to propagate or dissipate or in order to spread the message of Vedas to all the people in an understandable fashion. That is the purpose of Vedavyasa. But if a person is going to take a film, the purpose of the film purpose is the film purpose. Why they do the film? They do the film, maybe telling the message of Mahabharata, but at the same time, their motive is to earn profit. So what they do here and there, they mix up masala. What is there, they will not. They will introduce. What is not there, they will introduce. What is there, they will avoid. All these things will happen. So what will happen? Perversions will be there in the story. So then if you are going to tell the same thing, whatever you have seen in the TV Mahabharata or cinema Mahabharata to some foreign audience, they will not appreciate you. They will tell you, I have read it, there is something different, and what you are telling is different. So it will not match. You don't have the knowledge. So here, that is the reason why what is more important is that we have to read Mahabharata, because our cultural roots are there, traditional roots, cultural roots, all these things, even our what is called great subsequent what is called this Prabandha literature, and all these things, they have drawn their inspiration from Mahabharata. The inspiration is Mahabharata. The inspiration is Ramayana. From there, they have taken the small stories they have written in their own. That is there. But thing is that we need to read Mahabharata and Valmiki Ramayana, because I have told you one thing. When you are going to outside world, you represent India. When you represent India, that is called Bharat. when you are representing this great country that is called Bharat, you need to focus upon the great things about this country. Because that is these are all the important things. Because Vivekananda on one occasion, I will be telling one small episode. He went to England. When he went to England, then everybody was telling that in your country, girls are what is called ladies are degraded. They are not given importance in India, in your country. Like that, somebody was telling. Vivekananda, they asked, is it not true like that? Vivekananda, he did not answer immediately. What he told is that in your country, you go to Queen, how do you treat her? When they were telling it is difficult to meet, and when we are going to Queen, it is very difficult to talk to her also because it is a great lady like that. And they were asking one question because ladies are excluded because they are not actually coming to the main streamline of society. They are actually put to the home only like that. They are servants of the home only. That way they were telling. Then this person was asking, can you meet a queen? No, we can't meet queen because she is a great lady. And in India, every lady is a great lady. That is why it is difficult to meet for the new person. Like that he was telling. So it is so irony is that because it is very difficult because here ladies will be given a lot of respect. They will not be unnecessarily exposed to normal environment, maybe outside environment. Why it is like that? You are treating ladies necessarily not good, something of that nature. How you are treating your queen? Like that we are treating our all ladies as queens only, like that he was answering. So your thing is that you should know something, the value systems of India. If you know, you can represent the same thing to outside audience also. So that is the reason why Mahabharata is introduced. That is the reason why Ramayana is introduced. Coming to Mahabharata, because today what we are telling is a brief introduction. I am telling already 7:35. Maybe I may talk another 5 minutes, I believe. Afterwards, I will leave it to you for questions. So Mahabharata is actually written down. The actual war of Mahabharata took place somewhere in 3102 BC. They tell that is around 3000 years, and another 2000 years now, maybe some 5000 years back. The entire event took place. When the entire event took place, that story now we are reading. Why should we read that story? So many stories are now it is there. But here, as I told you, 5000 years back, whatever that story is there, at the time Vedavyasa, when he was writing this story, he has taken that particular story. It is only a base. Kauravas and Pandavas story is only a substratum from which he has actually written down much. He has written down, he introduced Vedic knowledge here and there, No, a lot of, in every story, you believe it or not, try to read any story of Mahabharata from the original Mahabharata. You find a lot of gold mines, how we have to behave in the society, how we have to act in the society at present also, even now also, how we have to act, how we have to tackle the difficult situations. When there is a difficult situations are there, when we can't, we are in a dilemma to do what to do or what not to do, then rely on Mahabharata and you will be getting a solution. That is why Gandhi used to tell all the time. What he was telling is that whenever I find a very difficult situation, very conflicting area, in that time, I just go home, take out Bhagavad Gita and read some pages of Mahabharata. I find at least one shloka there, which is going to help me, in answering the difficult situation. That is the comment of Mahatma Gandhi. Even just you can type, I just search Gita, like the Gandhi, something of that nature, keywords if you put it, the passage will be coming out. So here like that, Mahabharata, if you find any difficult situation, and you can't decide whether this is correct or that is correct, then in those situations, because whenever, particularly when all of your children only know, maybe PUC plus something of that nature, when you complete your courses and when you join to some institutions, some companies or some other areas or some administrator, something of that nature, at that time, whenever you find any difficult situation, just rely on Mahabharata, just rely on Ramayana also. Maybe sometimes you get some insights which you can easily apply to the situations. That is why Mahabharata is very important. you have to read Mahabharata here and there at least. What is Mahabharata? Maybe another 4 or 5 classes which I am having. I would like to tell you a few aspects of Mahabharata. Maybe this is the message of Mahabharata from this area. This is a message of Mahabharata from this area. Is it not useful for you from the current society? In that way we will discuss. Otherwise, what will happen? Mahabharata is there, Mahabharata, how it is written down, all these are not required. Who has written, how it has been written down, what is the strength of the poems and all these things, how many poems are there. And that is the purpose, not our purpose. Our purpose is to know what exactly is there in Mahabharata. It is a big book, of course. 1 lakh shlokas are there. Very great book. Compared to any Greek literature, if you take Greek literature into consideration, all the Greek literature, Odyssey and all other things put in one place, and Mahabharata in another place. Mahabharata is at least 5 times or 6 times greater than that literature. Weight wise also, and also the strength wise also, Mahatvam also. Mahatvam and Bharavatvam, both it is great. Like that. So Mahabharata is in that way. It's a great book. And one should read it. And I would like to tell you a capsules of Mahabharata, maybe little of Mahabharata I will take out and try to give you out of Mahabharata. It is an ocean. Out of the ocean, small parts of knowledge will be taken out and the parts will be distributed to you. Maybe another 4 or 5 classes. Now I leave the class for you. So some questions you can ask now. 7:40 now. I started at 7:15. So more than 20 minutes, of course.
ధన్యవాదములండి. The short notice you have come and taken the class. Thank you so much. Now, anybody wants to interact with the speaker? We have another 5 minutes. We will spend 5 minutes on this. From tomorrow onwards till Friday, we have classes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. And nothing, not much of it is covered. Probably they may not have any doubts today. But tomorrow onwards, definitely we'll have more people coming and then we'll interact more with you. But today, I think we will close the session. Or anybody who wants to say anything? Anybody?
Somebody can ask, no? Who is Kavya? Who is Aditi? Aditi, oh, sir. Sir. Kavya. Who is Kavya? Aditi, which class you are studying?
I am in 11th, Guruji.
11th, fine. Now, why should we read Mahabharata?
I personally have read stories because I'm interested in
Fine.
stories.
Okay.
But yeah, it helps us make decisions and
Decisions and all these things.
also gives us something to be proud of. So.
Good, great. Aditi, great. Kavya? Kavya is there or not there? Kavya is not to be seen anyway.
We will
Any
have
other-
more students from tomorrow. Again, I will remind them to attend
Yes,
the
sir.
classes.
Fine, sir.
Thank you so much. And
Fine, sir.
Aditi, can you recite chant Pradhan?
Yes, Guruji. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad. So let us now recite Janagana Mana. I request all of you to follow me. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जल शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हिंद. Thank you all for attending the session. Tomorrow, I'll tell your all friends to attend the classes.